Hi
Hi
everyone,
everyone,
I'm Jared,
I'm Kashia.
and you're watching J&K Everyday.
Just a reminder to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are definitely new and we'd appreciate your support, but also just to have a discussion with you because this channel is all about having fun and reviewing media, entertainment, so films, TV shows, music, maybe even food. Who knows? We'll see where
Oh.
life takes us. But Jared, what are we doing today? What are we
Oh,
doing?
today we are going to review The Mandalorian Season 2.
Yes! I've been waiting so long for this. So let's
Super excited.
let's get started.
Alright, let's do it. First episode, obviously, you're wondering where it's going to take off because the last episode of Season 1 kind of ended it ended nicely, but it also ended with a lot of questions on,
Yeah.
where are they gonna go? How are they gonna find, the child species? How did Moff Gideon get the black saber?
Yes. Yes. So many
So it.
questions.
I'm really excited to see where the season is going to go.
Mhm.
Um, this episode, I I feel like it was a little bit of a filler and a little bit of what's the word? Uh fanfare, I guess. Um
Fan service.
Fan service. There we
Yes.
go. That's the
Yes.
word. With obviously the boba armor.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone.
No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. But it's just a little nod in there, like, hey, Boba's armor.
I was waiting for that just because you like especially when they went to Tatooine, right? That's how I say it, right?
Mhm.
And
Tatooine, yeah.
in the first season, you're just like, are they ever gonna meet Boba Fett? Are we gonna see what happened to him? Because
Are we gonna
yeah,
see anything else?
yeah.
Are we going? Yeah.
Do you think that at the end that was Boba Fett?
Oh yeah, that was the actor
Okay,
for. It's the actor for Jango Fett. From the
who's
Clone
technically all
Wars,
the clones? Who
who's
technically is
technically on the
Boba
clone.
Fett? So,
Yes, yes, yes. Because
but
Boba's a clone of Jango.
he's a clone that doesn't have the growth uh thing that makes him grow fast, right?
Correct. Yeah. So he's gonna age like a normal human,
Mm-hmm.
or humanoid species that is in this world.
Eludes or it's like a oh my gosh, we're learning like English and his like all that stuff. Um,
A foreshadow.
foreshadow, yes, what we're gonna see in the future. But is he actually even a Mandalorian? Because that's is that real Mandalorian armor?
It is Mandalorian armor, I believe.
But he's not really
I
Mandalorian.
I don't think he originates from Mandalore, so he's not technically like what um the Mandalorian. I
I
forget
think
his name. Din.
Jaren
Right?
something.
Yeah.
I should probably look
Uh,
it up.
he wasn't grown up in the same fashion as him, so it's going to be a little bit different. However, I think he's just a bounty hunter with Mandalorian armor.
Like I didn't like the way the costume, the mesh that underneath the armor. Did you see the way it looked?
Hmm.
I didn't really like the way it looked. It was
I think that was just
strange.
the design for the what was he called, the Duke? No, not the Duke. The Warden,
The warden.
the deputy.
I
No.
award yeah something like that. I watched it. So we're filming this a few days later. So I watched it a few days ago. So I don't remember everything. So I'm gonna rely on you. You just watched it right now. I'm gonna call him the sheriff.
The sheriff.
I'm gonna call him the sheriff. Oh my goodness! There was a part where he was walking in the desert, and it shows like a flashback of what happened, and he's just walking in the desert, and
Hmm.
it looks so fake. No offense, but it looked like he's just walking. And he falls to the ground. It was like, oh man, they're really going for that like Western analogy with the Tatooine and the Mandalorian going on. I can't believe they actually went back to Tatooine, which makes sense because you know they gotta go see Boba Fett. But I didn't actually think the first episode was gonna go like back right then and there. I like how the beginning was like go back to Tatooine. Like okay, we're going now.
That's why I said it was kind of like for fan service and kind of like a filler episode because I'm just like, okay, we're going back to Tatooine now. Yeah. So,
and even then,
still a good episode.
They didn't do anything. They just found the armor. They didn't even meet Boba Fett. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping he plays a bigger role in this whole season. So we'll see.
What did you think of the introduction? So we haven't even started from the intro.
We just dove right in.
With the intro, I was actually really shocked that they just opened right then in the dark. It was kind of scary. Mm-hmm. I thought that was gonna be like a later episode, but that was right there. I don't even remember what planet they were on, but it was interesting to see all those eyes pop up. And I don't know if you noticed, but the buildings also had red dots, and it made them look like big monsters, but it's just buildings.
Okay.
And at the end, when you see the guy hanging, it just all these red eyes come out of nowhere to come and eat that guy, the unfortunate soul. Go ahead.
He kind of deserved it. I mean, he.
But that's what my dad said too. So my whole family, we all watched that first episode together, and that's what I said. I was like, oh, but that poor guy. And then my dad's like, he deserves it. I'm like, no, we gotta give people a second chance. I'm like, he gave the Mandalorian what he needed. Come on.
He did, and the Mandalorian didn't lie. He said he wasn't gonna die by his hand. That's true.
But he did shoot that guy though in the box ring, so that's sad.
He did. He shot that Gamorrean guard, and well,
it's so funny. Like you said, I think this episode. You're right. I think this full episode was really fan service, especially the beginning, because there's two things. So one, I answered a question of mine was, isn't Baby Yoda being exposed to so much violence? And how do we go on with this? How do we not let the baby see so much? And they do show that the guy with the one eye, he did say hey, this is not a place for a child. And and then Baby Yoda's wow, you see his face reaction to everything.
So that's probably the cutest thing is when he knows that it's about to go down, and he hits the little button on his little carriage, and it just closes.
I thought that was so funny. I did think though, his whatever missile little tiny launcher thing. It was interesting how it killed everybody but that one guy with the eye. So it was pretty interesting. I don't know. Maybe he controlled the way it did something.
Yeah, I think he controls how it targets people. So
okay. And then the second thing about Baby Yoda that I had a question, or that was fan service, was the lady in Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley, yeah.
The lady that has the curly hair, and she's a mechanic, and she's like,
I'll
babysit the baby. Give me your own thing. I'll take care of the baby. And I was like, that is so mean right now. I'll take care of that baby for every day for free. Just keep the kid from violence and all that stuff, but at the same time, you got to let the episode continue with Baby Yoda. You got to see more Baby Yoda on the screen, so he's got to take the baby with him wherever he goes and see more babies, I guess. I thought I thought that maybe Baby Yoda was going to have some kind of play into the end where they fight the crate dragon.
Oh yes, the crate dragon.
I thought he was going to have some part, but he didn't, which is fine. But I just thought maybe they were gonna do something with that and show off his force powers again. But this is called the Mandalorian, and I'm very curious. Why is he the only Mandalorian right now that we see? Where are the rest of the Mandalorians? Did Mandalore really fall that bad? And does he not know where the rest? How does he not know where the rest of his people are?
Well, I think it kind of explained it in the first season how they basically had to abandoned their home on I forgot the world they were on. I think it was
I know
Mos
where.
Eisley.
Oh, you mean the area, that place? Yeah.
Yeah. So they had to flee, basically, advocate their home because they had revealed themselves and they can't be caught. Mostly because they're Creed, but also their armor is very rare and worth lots of money. So they are usually sought after. Um, as we can see, that's why the Mandalorian wants to get back Boba Fett's armor to return it to its original master, or to bring it back to his people.
Yeah. What did you think about the crate dragon? Were you expecting that at all?
At first I thought it was going to be a Sarlacc,
No,
like
I thought
moving,
too. I was hoping for
uh,
that.
but it wasn't. It was a crate dragon. It's pretty cool. I so when they were like showing like it in its cave, I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, they're gonna kill the bantha. No, don't kill the bantha. And then it ate the Tusken Raider, and I was like, well, at least it's not the bantha.
I liked that. I liked it because that meant that they weren't afraid to like take chances in
hmm
um with how things are going, which also shows that maybe they are going to go a little darker with the series, which I kind of hope so because from the other series that they have, like Rebel and the Clone Wars, it starts off very
hmm
happy and everything. Oh, like the bad guy always gets away, but the good guys never die. But yeah, we saw some stuff here, so I like that part too. It was a nice. Oh, I was telling everybody, I love that. Even though I had no idea what the crate dragon was at the time, I love how they did a size comparison with the bantha.
hmm
Is it bantha? Bantha?
Yeah,
And
the
and
the
and then
banthas.
and then the Tuscan, and then just how massive the mouth was. And I haven't
hmm
seen something that awesome from a TV show or a movie in such a long time, and it was very much needed during the shelter in place when we can't even go to the movie theaters, and there's no movies playing.
Yeah. What I really liked is they kind of showed a different side to the Tusken Raiders, because they usually get cast as like these, these
Savages.
evil, yeah, savages that these evil creatures that just raid towns.
Yeah.
Uh, but maybe they're just misunderstood. Maybe they,
Yeah.
because they can't speak with other people, and
Yeah.
the Mandalorian could, um,
Exactly.
and they can work together. So I really like that aspect, showing a different side to those little raiders,
It's kind of like the Native Americans and the cowboys like clashing, and then you like have that one person that mediates between them.
And again, continuing with the Western theme that they were going this
They're doing
episode, it
some
kind of seems like it,
slave.
Yeah, it seemed very, yeah, like Western, like
Yeah.
maybe everyone's just misunderstood. Maybe you just need to listen.
I agree. I really liked that. It was a nice way to show unity among like people. It's also that reminds me. Just reminded. It was interesting to see how immediate the takeover of Tatooine happened after
hmm
the Empire fell. Right? Like they're like,
hmm
and then like these miners just came out of nowhere.
And
I was like celebrate or enjoy like one day of freedom.
right, it was just one, Imperial Overlord to the next one. So,
Yeah, yeah. But
uh,
hopefully with the Tuscan Raiders now everything will be better, and hopefully Tatooine will have a better growth because that was a going to growth. They found that pearl inside the crate dragon.
hmm
I don't know what that is. I thought I thought that was an egg and that
I
was pregnant.
see. Okay, so I thought of a couple things. Like either it's a pearl and it's
Yeah,
worth something, and that's why the Tusken Raiders wanted to, they
take the
wanted that for
money.
themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or it's an egg of some sort. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. But
uh,
I think it's a pearl, and it's used for. I did some research, and I think it's used for making a lightsaber. So
oh,
yeah, I think, because those
uh,
no,
well, I mean, like
not.
what part of a lightsaber?
I don't think it's like. I mean, maybe it's like part of like not like the crystals, but like something that helps it. I don't know. But
Okay,
it's a very rare like material to use to make a lightsaber.
okay, all
Maybe
right.
we'll see it used in the future, and maybe someone will create a new lightsaber for Baby
Maybe.
Yoda.
I mean, they they had to show that for a reason. Like, there's no reason they'd be like,
Baby Yoda's new
you know,
lightsaber.
here's a big pearl and it's gonna play no part in our story. Like, you know.
You know that
um.
that makes me think of the trailer where they showed the icy place, the icy planet, and where
Mhm.
Baby Yoda and Mandalorian went. Um, and I feel like that's the place where the younglings, what are they called? I can't remember.
Oh, the planet of Ilum,
Where you
the
get
icy
the
planet.
hybrid crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they go and they choose the crystal, it chooses them, and then they can
Hmm.
make a lightsaber. I wonder if like, I mean, and this is just what I think. Like the pearl, if that is to make a lightsaber, then it'll be used for that, and then whatever, make Baby Yoda's first lightsaber.
Do you think he's old enough to wield a lightsaber?
I think Yoda was like 100 years old, so or maybe.
We'll see. I think he's a little. You know, he's still an adolescent. You know, not adolescent. He's still young. We'll see. I mean,
Let's
maybe. Who
see, let's
knows?
see. Boba Fett.
One thing that I kind of noticed is they were saying that the crate dragon lives inside a abandoned sarlacc pit. Um, Now they were saying that it ate the sarlacc, which yes could happen. But also if that did happen, that's probably how Boba either survived, or Boba actually killed the sarlacc, and that's why the pit was abandoned.
That's a good theory. We will see.
So
We will
we'll
see
see.
in a future episode. That's a really good theory. But he lost his armor.
Yes, he did. Well, you're bound to lose something if you fall into a sarlacc
Maybe
pit.
he
So.
saved his armor. But okay, so what do you think? Since we're talking about swallowed, isn't that interesting? That's exactly how the Mandalorian killed the crate dragon. He allowed himself to get swallowed, and then came back from the
Hmm.
inside out. Just
You
like
know,
Boba Fett. Maybe it's just explaining what happened to Boba Fett. You could be.
exactly. See, we don't know yet, but it's fun to make these, hypothesize,
Mm-hmm.
hypothesis,
Hypotheses.
hypotheses. There we go. English is really hard today. Like, I don't know what it is.
It is
It's
pretty late at
just,
night, and
a little tired. I'm
we
pretty
had
sure
our
you can see
interview
the bags
earlier.
under my
I
eyes,
know.
and you know.
I didn't. I actually was curious, like, how are they going to kill such a huge dragon, especially when the Tusken Raiders like have tried and tried, and it was interesting how they like always sacrificed to the Sarlacc, or sorry, not Sarlacc, the crate
Hmm.
dragon. And then it was,
Right,
and then it was so
right.
interesting.
Those poor little banthas.
Yeah.
Like they had to give one up every like
Hmm.
I don't know how long or what the time interval was for them to like give up a bantha, but
You know,
I don't know.
I wonder too. Like, it just kind of makes me think about this, how the Raiders were kind of seen like savages, especially because of the first 3 episodes when Anakin's mom was kidnapped, or however she got, was stuck with the Raiders, and she was, beaten and everything.
Hmm.
And so that definitely clouds our image of the Tusken Raiders. So maybe times have
Hmm.
changed for everybody, and
Yeah,
yeah,
they might have. Times may have gotten tougher, or they've learned and adapted.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I said, I feel like they just may be a little bit misunderstood.
Mhm. I think one thing I was watching, because I like to see how they produce everything. I thought the
Hmm.
animations were really good. I liked that they also did a bit more fan service by showing them riding on the Mandalorian and the sheriff riding the things, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called, in the desert with that, like the sun setting and just the
The
beautiful
speeders.
sand dunes. And then someone told me that they think that the sheriff was riding on one of the motor things, the speed racers things. I was like, that
Yeah,
looks
the
familiar.
speeders.
Yeah,
It looks like an abandoned like pod racer motor.
yeah. They think it's from Anakin's when he was a kid. Anakin's speeder.
Okay,
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done like
it
the.
it could be. I did look at that and was like, oh, that's a pod racer engine. Like they just stuck a side saddle to it.
You know what I mean? I've always wondered too. Like, where do they ever get new parts at Tatooine? It's
uh,
always
you
recycled
know,
things over and over. Poor
I don't think a
people.
lot of things like actually make it to Tatooine either. Like it's raided or it's destroyed in some a giant sea or sand sea monster.
That makes sense. Yeah. So in production wise, I really was paying attention to the Baby Yoda puppet and if it was animation and just what Baby
Mhm.
Yoda was doing. I found out that oftentimes I had no idea what Baby Yoda was thinking because his face wasn't like really like emoting as much. I
Uh-huh.
couldn't tell if he was like worried or if he was happy or just like curious. But other than that, I did like that there was a lot more Baby Yoda in here.
Mhm.
At times, though, I feel like sometimes I forgot Baby Yoda was there. I feel like they didn't also like have enough bonding time with Baby Yoda and Mandalorian, but maybe they'll do that in the future with other episodes, just because they can
Okay.
kind of like introduce new characters. But oftentimes I was just like, you forgot the baby. You just let the baby come out of him, go out and do the same thing. Like when Mandalorian walked into the bar, and I was like, I
Mhm.
forgot to get the baby.
He just peeks around the corner like.
It's okay. It's okay. They just wanted to show Baby Yoda in cute shots, which is fine. I can't wait to see
Mhm.
the memes that come out of it. I haven't looked at it yet, so I can't wait.
Hopefully, we'll get more little cutesy stuff from him.
My
Like
favorite.
my favorite from season one is where he holds a little cup and he's just sipping like while him and Cara Dune are fighting.
hmm I can't wait to see where they go from here. Are they going to bring the old characters back? And of course, Boba Fett. Are they going to see new or old Mandalorians characters that we've seen in previous Star Wars films and TV shows? I can't wait to see where they go. I don't even want to spoil it for myself. I don't even want to like theorize what could happen. I just want
I
to
know,
try it.
like I know, Ahsoka is rumored to
Yes,
be in the season.
yes,
Who knows?
yes,
But also, um, if she's in here, I would assume Sabine is in here as well.
yes. Sabine Wren. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So hopefully, I would love to see more Rebels crew
I know.
in other things as well.
Oh, if they make what's her name? The Twilight, right? The Twilight girl.
Oh, General Syndulla,
Yeah, if they bring her in, oh man, that'd be awesome.
that'd be cool. If they, if they go to like any like New Republic bases, maybe they
Mhm.
could.
Mhm.
I know we were talking about how they might visit Mon Cala,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
I can't wait. If they go in the ocean, oh, that's gonna be so fun. Just Baby Yoda swimming. But all right. So, anything else before we get into our ratings?
No, I think we're good.
So our rating is going to be a 1 to 10 scale of Death Stars. 10 being like perfect, 1 being like that was the worst thing we've ever seen. Don't recommend it. Don't watch it. Do you want to go first? I haven't even
Sure.
thought what I'm gonna do.
I'm going to rate this a 8 out of 10 Death Stars.
Okay.
Um, just because I feel like it was a fan service episode of filler. It wasn't really like pertaining to like the main storyline as far as we know.
Mhm.
Um, but still good to see Baby Yoda or the child, I should say. Um, and it's nice to see an old returning character, Boba Fett, and excited to see where that's going to turn up. So
I agree. I think it's definitely an 8 Death Star, Death Stars, because um, I would say some of the acting could just a little bit, be improved. I think that, like you said, like the story didn't really go anywhere. I was actually really disappointed that the story didn't go anywhere, that we didn't see Boba Fett until the end, that it was the
mhm.
sheriff, and I'm like, why do we need this guy? He has like no talent. But he, I guess in the future there's gonna be something, and he did say, something in the end. He's like, oh, I hope our paths cross or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and maybe another foreshadowing.
I would say it's also an 8 because it's so good. Is just because it really delivered a great, like, eye-catching, eye-popping, like, visual of everything. So whoever is gonna watch this, it may not be like a 10 out of 10, but it's gonna be enough to keep you wanting to watch it. As a first
Mm-hmm.
episode for the first season.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like for the first season they wanted to introduce us to something we kind of know and take it and expand the universe a little bit more, which is perfectly fine with me. But we'll see if the next episode explains more about where the storyline's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, Alrighty.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see what happens next in the Mandalorian season 2, episode 2. So stay tuned for that. Um, is there anything else you want to say, Jared?
No, I'm good.
Just a reminder to like this video and also leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite part of the episode 1 was, and we'll try our best to answer you. And until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.